RA 7277 of Magna Carta for PWD or Person with Disability. An act providing for the rehabilitation, self-development, and self-reliance of persons with disability and their integration into the mainstream of society and for other purposes. Who are considered persons with disability or PWD? Persons with disability refers to persons who are suffering from certain limitations to perform an activity in the manner considered normal for a human being as a result of a mental, physical, or sensory impairment. This is Victor Santiago Pineda, who was afflicted with polio at the age of 5. He was born at Venezuela, wherein they have no room for an invalid like him to have an education. He went to America, where he was given equal opportunity with normal kids. He was able to attain a Bachelor of Arts in Political Economy of Industrial Societies, Letters and Sciences, another Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, Masters in Regional Planning with concentration in Regional Economic Development, a doctorate degree in Urban Planning, with his dissertation, The Capability Model of Disability. Let us listen to Victor Santiago Pineda.
Well, I have traveled the world and been so blessed to go on this journey and document the lives of people with disabilities. People who, like me, might have experienced a challenge in life, whether it's difficulty seeing, hearing, or remembering. And people with disabilities are among us. It was a spirit of inclusion that changed my life. Because from that day onward, the child that was not to receive an education completes 2 degrees in business administration, political economy, a master's in regional economic development, and a PhD in social inclusion. Now, although strange life forms may exist on other planets, I can assure you that I did not come from Mars. Meaning that we're here. People with disabilities are your neighbors. They're your friends. They're your relatives. People with disabilities are here to lend a creative spirit and a spirit of problem solving. People with disabilities have a lot to contribute, and according to the International Labor Organization, the yearly cost of excluding people with disabilities from the workforce is close to $2 trillion. That's a lot of money, and that's a lot of wasted potential.
What are the rights and privileges of persons with disability? Rights and privileges of persons with disability. Health. The national government is mandated to institute health programs for prevention of disability, recognition and early diagnosis of disability, early rehabilitation of persons with disability. Education. Learning institutions are obliged to admit all persons with special needs, whether academic, vocational, technical, training courses, and other training programs. It is unlawful for any learning institutions to deny a person admission to any course it offers simply because of handicap or disability. Employment. Persons with disability shall be given equal opportunity that is suitable to their capabilities. The law mandates that 1% of all positions in all government agencies, offices, or corporations shall be reserved for persons with disability. Persons with disability are entitled to equal terms and conditions of employment. Accessibility. The government will ensure that there is barrier-free environment for persons with disability. Enactment of Batas Pambansa 344 or Accessibility Law, which ensures that people with disability will have access in any public and private buildings and establishments. Mandatory provision of special or suitable parking spaces in any institutions, buildings, establishments, or public utilities. Auxiliary social services. Municipal and city government are obliged to develop and implement programs for marginalized persons with disabilities, such as assistance in acquisition of prosthetic devices and medical intervention of specialty services. Provision of specialized training activities designed to improve functional limitations of persons with disability related to communication skills. Provision of counseling, orientation, and mobility for strengthening daily living capability and development of positive self-image. Telecommunication. Television stations are encouraged to provide a sign language inset or subtitles in at least one newscast program a day and special program covering events of national significance. For marginalized Filipino citizens with disability, they are free in postal charges for articles and literatures sent by mail within the Philippines and abroad, like books and periodicals, orthopedic and other devices, and teaching aids exclusively used by them. Political and civil rights. Persons with disability have the right to participate in processions, rallies, parades, demonstrations, public meetings, and assemblages or other forms of mass or concerned action held in public. They also have the right to form organizations or associations that promote their welfare and advance or safeguard their interests. There is also tax incentives for those who will establish an assisted living facilities, exemptions on customs taxes duties for importing equipments for use of PWDs, realty tax holiday for 5 years for investors on housing projects for PWDs, a discount of 20% and an exemption of 12% value-added tax in every purchase or payment with pharmacy, restaurants, house rental, theaters, fare on any kind of transportation vehicles. Penalties for violating RA 7277. First offense, a fine of 50,000 to 100,000 or imprisonment of 6 months to 2 years. For second offense, fine of 100,000 to 200,000 or imprisonment of 2 to 6 years, depending on the decision of the court. Penalty for abusing the privileges of RA 7277. A fine of 5,000 to 50,000 or imprisonment of 6 months. If the violator is a foreigner, they will be deported without undertaking the process of deportation. This is Sabrit Kaur Guman, who at 17 years of age lost one of her leg in a vehicular accident. In spite of her loss, with determination and hard work, she continued her training in building her strength and her love of dancing. This gives inspiration and hope to those who are in the same situation to continue their normal life.